All right. Hey everybody. Are we live? It looks like we are. Cool. So my computer's been a little glitchy today, but I think we're going okay. But what else is new? I used to have glitches all the time on these streams. If you are new, I'm Ted Kendrick. I am doing the video game live streams here on the Watchtower database. I've been working for like probably the last 2 or 3 years. I forget now. I've been working my way through all the DCAU video games from like Batman the Animated Series on the original Game Boy. I did a lot of the Game Boy ones at first, so I played through the Game Boy version, the Game Boy Advance version of Batman Vengeance. I've done the Game Boy Batman Rise of Sinzu, Countdown to Apocalypse. I just did Shadow of Apocalypse on the PlayStation 2 a couple months ago. But yeah, so it's good to see everybody, and I hope this is going smooth. It looks a little glitchy on my end, but we're just gonna have to keep going and see how it goes. I'm gonna actually, before I get too far in this, I realized, I don't know, like the two people who caught me like a few minutes ago, I apparently had accidentally gone live as I was troubleshooting my stream. So this is the real one. I'm gonna start Batman Vengeance today for the PlayStation 2, and I originally played this on the GameCube. Actually, no, it's not true. I had it for the PC back in the day. I might have gotten it for the GameCube later, but I originally played this on the PC. So I'm hoping it'll just come back to me, but I have the PlayStation 2 version. That's what we're gonna do. And someone just said in the comments to not play Batman Rise of Sinzu, but I'm not gonna listen to you. I'm gonna play that one later. Alright, I'm just reviewing the stream real quick. It looks a little glitchy, but I'm gonna keep going. Let me see if there's anything else I can do to speed up my computer. I've been putting it through a lot of work today, so alright, we'll just do what we can. Cool. I guess let me know when we start playing if the actual stream is kind of rough, but I'm gonna do my best. So yeah, Maddie's been doing some live streams. Hey, Andrew Kazini. I'm trying to keep it single-handedly keep these live streams alive. Live streams alive. That's funny. But yeah, I'm gonna keep it going as long as I can. I don't really have a set day of the week where I can like dedicate to doing these, but times like today, you know, I'm gonna go live. We're gonna give it a shot. So, all right. Oh, Polka Dot Productions asks, "Hey, do you remember when Poison Ivy smothered Batman and Robin those vines, the ones with the really sharp thorns?" I believe so. We talking about House and Garden that episode? That's the only time I can remember where both Batman and Robin fought Poison Ivy. So, all right. Some random fan also asks, "Is Batman Vengeance and Rise of Sinzu canon?" It is questionably canon. Depends on what's going to contradict it. So. Mr. Freeze is always the guy who kind of makes canonicity kind of tricky to place. So watch Baby Doll Ted because I'm clean shaven, I suppose. I guess. That's fine. I'll take it. It's a reference. I see. Hello, James. Nice to see you in the chat. I'm still troubleshooting. I'm gonna get going here in just a second. I just want to make sure. Okay, yeah, it does. It looks like it's going fine on my phone. I was just reviewing the stream on my laptop, and it didn't look great. Oh, I'm looking kind of rough, like stream-wise. I'm hoping it's not glitchy. Okay, you know what? There's a lot I don't understand that's happening in the chat right now. I'm missing a lot of references. Will there be a video in the blue Batsuit? You might be talking about the Batwoman Beyond Batsuit from the Batman Beyond Rebirth series. So that's what I'm assuming. Will there be a video on it? Who knows? I'd like to talk about that run at some point, the Dan Jurgens Batman Beyond run. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and start the game, and we'll see if it's gonna stream correctly. So, Batman Vengeance, here we go. Let's give it a shot. Actually, I have to put it in the disc, the drive, real quick here on the PlayStation 2. Forgot to do that part. That part's important. All right. Gotta love that PS2 startup sound. That's what we're here for. We have some interesting comments here. Dr. Comics can't wait for the Patreon call tomorrow. I can't either. It's always a fun time. Let's see. Polka Dot Productions asks, can we get one of the database members to influence Paul Dini to put in Killer Moth and Adventures Continued Season 3? That would be kind of funny. You know, Killer Moth appeared for a second in the Batman Adventures Volume 2. Alright, I think we're going to play in English. No offense to the French people out there. Alright, Batman Vengeance. Check my memory card. Please work. Yeah. Would I like to create one? I would indeed. Yes, I'm sure. Of course I'm sure. This was part of what was tricky about playing Batman Gotham City Racer and the Batman Beyond Return of the Joker game, because I couldn't save. So I was very excited to start doing Batman Vengeance on the PS2 because of the fact that I have a memory card. There we go, successful. I'll definitely put in my name. Hold on. There we go. All right, now it's moving the right way. It's nice having a 3-letter name for moments like this. There we go, Ted. Confirmed. Enter game options, credits, or quit. Let's see the options. Sound, interface, controls. Let's look at the controls real quick. Invert crosshair vibration. I'm not worried about that. Interface. Yeah, I guess I want full. Yeah. I think all that's fine. Alright, we're gonna enter game here in a second. It is kind of cool seeing these, like, stylized, like, I love this 3D depiction of the new Batman Adventures style. It's super cool. In this game specifically, Batman's chin looks so much like the bottom of a box for some reason. He is square-jawed, that is how that goes. Which Batsuit do I like more, says random fan? The B-Test Batsuit, the new Batman Adventures, or JLU, or the yellow Batsuit? I'm gonna have to say... That's a hard question. Probably the new Batman Adventures. I think that style's just the best. It's pretty cool. Alright, enter game. Let's do it. Let's get started. Save successful. That's what I like to see. These cutscenes are so cool. The Joker's that close to really hear his laugh echo through the city. No, Ace Chemicals and Gotham Chemicals are very different. Right, A Girl to Die For. Definitely not on the PS1 anymore. Thank God for that. Brightness, all the way up, I'm thinking, for everybody's sake. I mean, can I, like, it's not really giving me an option in between these two, so. Alright, we're going full bright. It's a dark game, so we gotta keep it bright. Oh, hold on. Alright. I think my controller's a little glitchy. Give me a second here. Let me unplug it, plug it back in. Okay. That helps. Alright. Oh. It does kind of want to drift to the right. Let's run down this way. While the credits roll. Alright, squares punch, X's jump and glide. That's circle's kind of a duck and shield with your cape. And then triangle's not doing anything right now. Okay, press the X button to jump. Longer you hold the button, the higher you will jump. Okay. Ooh, that was... Can I crawl on the box? Yes. Alright. Moving on. Should probably jump down there in that little alley. Nope. I was wrong. Gotta climb back up. Whoops. Or maybe I go this way. I don't know. It's been so long since I played this game. Press the triangle button to climb up or down a ladder while near it. Well, maybe I will. The classic Batman nerd run, yeah. That's true. Yeah, I played this on PC as well. Oh no! I fell back down in the spot I wasn't supposed to be in. I wonder if I can climb back up going around this way. Oh, yep, there's another ladder. Alright. There we go. Press the triangle button to open a door when in front of it. Pay attention to messages following a locked door. Some will give hints to how to open them. Well, there's that girl. Like, I'm pretty sure that's Harley Quinn, but that's just such a passive bomb. Oh god. Where do I run to? This way? Yeah. Oh yeah, and then the slide. This part's super cool. Is that Vicky Vale? No, I think it's Harley Quinn in disguise. And you guys slide. It's pretty epic. When did this come out? It was 2001. Boom. That design for the Joker is so creepy. A Girl to Die For continues. Press the triangle button when near a flashing object to pick it up.
Mary had a little boy whose neck was in the noose. For every payment Mary misses, Joker lights up you. If you live through this, you get one more chance. 5 million or Tony takes a permanent nap.
Jay. I like how he says that. Yeah, this is peak Mark Hamill. He's doing a pretty good job. Yeah, the Arkham games definitely take notes from this game. It was just so cool to see the animated Batman, like, realized in 3D like this.
Run a profile on this woman. Her name's Mary Flynn.
Sure. Is she in some kind of trouble?
It's the Joker. And maybe more. Something about this woman doesn't add up. I'm gonna work on the obstacle course. Run Alfred's training program for me.
Sure thing.
I mean, he should be running Batman's training program. I'm sure Batman and Alfred have very different training programs. Okay. I guess we'll learn how to be a butler. Alright, so yeah, here's the Bat computer and Barbara just chilling. Can't really change the camera angle on this, can I? Nah. I'm at the mercy of it. Okay. So, this is in the training program. It has obviously been a long time since I played this. Alright, there's the Batmobile. Pretty cool. I feel like the training program's like on a different level. I have to fly to it or something. Oh, there's like a little down space this way. Yeah, let's go that way.
Good evening, Master Bruce.
There we go.
I hope you're managing to scrape by despite my absence. I took the liberty of recording one of our training sessions. Trust you will find it useful. We'll begin with a bit of bat grapple training. If you'll be so kind as to activate the grapple.
Maybe I will. Okay. How do I do that? R2. Oh, R2 is how to freeze weapons. Okay. Can move the directional buttons or left analog stick left and right. Cycle through your gadgets. While in first person mode, you can also change gadgets on the fly while pausing the game by pressing the L2 button. Cool. Triangle button. Alright. Bat grapple. Cool.
Very good, sir. Once the grapple is aimed at a suitable target, the crosshairs turn red and you may fire at your leisure. Of course, you're still free to move about while the grapple is activated.
Well, perfect.
When the cord has entirely retracted, the grapple will automatically release.
Okay.
I strongly suggest retrieving your equipment from the higher platforms before we continue with training.
That sounds great. Ooh, you know, maybe I do want to mess with the analog. Can I do that real quick? I might not be able to. Options, there we go. Invert crosshair. Yes. Let's actually turn it off. I think I'll be happier that way. Yeah, I am. Whoops. Well, how do I use it? Oh, the sticks? Yeah, I'm using the sticks. And then... I'm trying to use R1 to grapple. That's the scope. I don't need that. Let's get back to the grapple. Perfect. And obviously we want to fire it up here, so I totally just forgot what Alfred said. I know he definitely told me how to use it. Yeah, that's the scope. I don't need that. Alright, let's get that back grapple back out. I'd imagine it's R1. I don't know why that's not working for me right now. I mean, it looks like it's telling me it's R1. It's not the sticks. Sorry, this is very weird. Maybe I'm not in, like, the right spot? The stream will be 2 hours of Ted trying to use a grappling gun. Yeah, that's what I'm worried about. That's so weird that's not working. Alright, am I doing something wrong? Obviously, I am doing something wrong. Yeah, I mean, there's nothing here that'll really make it easier for me. Well, maybe I have to do it from, like, a different spot? Oh, there it goes. Yeah, it has to turn red. Okay, there we go. Not 2 hours.
You've uncovered some bat cuffs. Well done. A little restraint can go a long way. You can avoid a fight altogether by sneaking up behind an adversary with a pair of cuffs.
This is a lot like the Batman Begins game.
Once you've knocked the criminal down, you can be sure he won't come back to pester you.
Cool. I'm sure there's another place to grapple to, right? No? Maybe not. There's definitely more items I need to get. Oh yeah, they're over there, so I guess I just jump.
Ah, good batarangs. Of course you know how useful they are. Much better for disarming an enemy than knocking him out. Of course, with a little diligence and a handful of batarangs, you probably could render a grown man unconscious, but it is a bit wasteful. Very good, sir. You may want to use your cape for the return to ground level. By stretching it taut, you can glide quite a distance.
Oh, maybe I will.
Good show, Master Bruce. We'll move right along now to the use of the batarang.
Okay.
To strike with enough precision to knock a weapon from a man's hand, you'll need to take careful aim. With a little practice, you can strafe around your target without losing your aim. Once you have your target in your sights, the crosshairs turn red. You can practice your aim on these posts. Aim for the bullseyes.
I shall. Okay, batarang, where are we at? There we go, I got 15. Okay, and I kind of want to strafe around like that. Oh, that one went away.
Very good.
Oh, I guess I got it.
Perhaps now we should brush up on your fisticuffs, as it's so often the only common language between criminals and justice. Of course, you have a wide variety of the martial arts at your disposal. Perhaps you could practice a few attacks on the training post. You may find some of your opponents a smidgen more clever than a metal post. A healthy defense will make sure you're still standing after your opponent has been defeated.
Okay.
There are few men in the world as skilled in as wide a variety of martial arts as you, Master Bruce. But there is only so much you could practice at home.
Alright, so go up there and just punch the stick. And then I shield, or block. And then I'll block. And then I'll punch a little more.
Nicely done, Master Bruce. But fighting is not always the healthiest option. As you well know, with deep shadows and a little caution, you can slip past most opponents without resorting to your fists. If you hug the walls, you'll have a better chance of staying in the shadows and out of sight. By staying close, you can peer around corners without revealing yourself. A little foresight and a batarang or two can be a striking combination, as you can take aim around corners without revealing your position.
Okay.
Let's try a small test. Use your stealth skills to slip past this sentry post. If you can turn it off by the switch on the opposite side of the room, you'll have beaten the challenge.
We'll try. Okay, so this is another triangle situation. Alright, I gotta find the corner of the room. I mean, I guess it's through this door over here. Nope. No, I don't want to quit. I guess it's this door over here. Okay, so triangles sneak up to the wall. But which wall is the question? Probably this one, because the other one had some stuff on it. Some random fan asked if we're ever going to talk about the canceled Teen Titans cartoon. Are you talking about the 2003 series? Because it wasn't canceled as much as it just ended. Unless there's another one you're talking about that was in development that never got finished. And then, there we go. Sweet.
Very good, sir. We'll move on to one final training sequence, this one to perfect your freefall. The challenge is to use your cape to slow or speed your fall as necessary. Trust yourself to grapple back to safety before you reach bottom.
Cool. Yeah, this is very Arkham. Like a good cape glide. Alright, but where's the platform we're going to? Back in this room? Yep, okay. Alright, press the triangle button to dive faster, and the square button to slow down. Alright. It's not so bad. Although I guess I'm trying to catch this thing, yeah. Cool.
Wonderful, sir. That completes our training. You've done splendidly, Master Bruce. You never cease to amaze. I pity the criminal who comes between you and justice. If you need any more assistance, you'll always find Batgirl dutifully answering her communicator.
This is starting to come back to me from when I played this on the PC.
Find anything?
Just questions with no answers.
Try me.
Well, Toby was reported kidnapped to the police 4 days ago. Before that, nothing. Didn't go to school. Wasn't even born. Same goes for Mary. I've got an address on the apartment she just moved into, and that's it.
That's impossible. Nothing else at all.
Not a thing. I don't know if you can save these people, Batman. They're already ghosts.
We should call him Dead Man. Dead Man's a ghost.
Take a break and play a while, doo-dah, doo-dah. Guarantee I'll make you smile, oh, the doo-dah day.
Not now, Pooh. My audience waits. After that, we're home free. Our friend entices the
couple of guys and I were thinking that since we're fighting the bat and all that, maybe we're not getting paid as much as we should. I mean, when I was working for the Penguin, we were getting benefits in a 401k.
Ooh.
Well, now you're working for Mr. J, you chowderhead. You'll do what he says and take what he gives and hope it is not a bullet.
Baby, you're the best.
Like the little squeak at the end. It's funny. Here we go on a rooftop. Perfect. This is peak Batman hanging out on the roof. So, just to answer some of these comments here. Yeah, the 90s Silver Age inspired Teen Titans cartoon, I mean, all that was character designs. It never really moved on beyond that. So, it's not really a whole lot to talk about that we haven't already covered. And we have put out a Teen Titans video or two about, like, what the Teen Titans and the Timmverse would have looked like. So that is the one to watch. Alright, there's the grapple. Oh, there's a... Ooh, he's shooting me. Alright. I guess I should have thrown a batarang at him to disarm him, but... Alright, I will do that.
What the?
Actually, I am going to kind of go around the corners. Is there anybody over here? Not that it'll let me see. Alright, never mind. Although I'm kind of curious. Just going to walk around this whole building, I guess. Well, I could have done that a little more gracefully.
What the?
I don't know if this is true, but the thugs kind of sound like Bob Hastings. Like Commissioner Gordon. At least that one did. Alright, some more batarangs. I need to make sure to use those. Can I grapple that way? I think I just need to do a better jump than what I just did. Whoops. I'm not trying to grapple that way. That's where I just came from. Can I get on this block? Do I need to get on this block is the real question. I don't think I can. I think I just need to make this jump. Nope. Uh-oh. Let's grapple. No? Alright. Let's continue then. That was not a good jump, Batman. Alright, I guess it's letting me kind of do it over.
Who's there?
Okay. There's the bat grapple. Let's grapple over here. Nope. Wow. I need to get better about switching to my batarangs. I mean, that's supposed to pause the game when I do that, though. Alright, hold on. This feels like a new area already. So maybe it didn't start me over at the beginning, like I thought it did. Yeah, I guess not. Okay, whatever. Mary Flynn. Alright, this time I am gonna try to throw a batarang at this guy. Wow. Alright, he was pretty fast. You see the way he like kind of ducked around? Alright, there's seems to be another back grapple spot. Where? Over here? Ooh, nope. Okay, I guess that works. I don't know if I can jump back up there. I guess I need to grapple again. Or, yeah. Actually, I should probably go in this door. That makes more sense. Yep. Wow, they're fast. Okay, that was a big grapple. Pressing the R1 button, the camera will return back to its default behind the back position. Cool. Oh, I see. Oh no, I should have hit that platform. Whoops. Oh no, I missed it again. It was a hard jump. Alright, well. There we go. That was it. I think I can make this jump. Oh, barely missed it, huh? Alright, there's gotta be a better way to do that. Alright, they're coming out of this random door, so I wonder if I need to, like, go somewhere else? No? I think I do need to do the jump. There we go. That's it. Fell right on top of this guy. Alright, right up the ladder. They are getting across these rooftops so fast. Alright, there's definitely a gargoyle here in the end. That's why I need to run off. Yep. That's it. Ooh, barely. Almost fell off there. Alright, nice save. Okay, I'm gonna fight this dude.
You're through, Bat. You're through, Bat.
Does Psychopirate exist in DCAU? He does. He's in the secret society in jail used last
The
season.
Joker's after you.
He's got. He took my.
Toby.
Yes, Toby, my son. He took my son. He says he'll kill him unless I can pay him $5 million. I don't have that kind of money.
Are you sure he has the boy?
He sent me this. Said if I didn't believe him, he would send. Oh.
Take this. Press the button if you're ever in trouble.
I got a 7. Alright, I'll take it. 7 out of 10? Sure. Alright, I'm gonna play through another level. Yeah, I wonder who that girl could be. Psychopirate is also in an issue of Justice League Adventures where he does see some parallel universes. So that's kind of cool.
Any evidence that Mary could come up with $5 million?
No way. That's insane.
Joker's insane, but not stupid. He must know something about Mary we don't.
So what do we do?
We play along until we get to the bottom of this.
The transmitter you gave Mary last night. It's coming from Gotham Bridge.
Right.
Well, let's go to Gotham Bridge. Bob the Random Guy. Mary Flynn is Superman's pal Jimmy Olsen. That is a good guess. It could be true. She's a girl to die for, we know that. Maybe that is a Sin City reference. Someone said that earlier, like a dame to die for. But I think this came out before the sequel. I'm not sure, though. I don't think I've ever seen the movie. I mean, I've seen this original Sin City movie, but not A Dame to Die For. Wow. There we go. Oh, I should handcuff him, I guess. I mean, I go through like parts of the level so quickly, I wonder if it even matters. Is that where it just came from? I guess so. Let's go this way. No? Maybe I can't go through either way. There's a ladder. Oh. It's hard to be sneaky in this. Ouch. And he's almost beat me. There we go, finally. Can I handcuff them? I'm trying. Am I out of handcuffs? I might be. Alright, whatever. Man, they really beat me up. I have some health, that's good. There's something. Something that won't let me get. It's like a little out of reach, I guess. Or maybe it's from the other end of the level or something. Wow, that guy scared me. would love to handcuff them, but I don't think I can. Alright, well, where are we going next? Can I crouch under here? Nope. Well, those guys are about to come back to life. Can I batarang them real quick? That'd be kind of cool. Well, that didn't really help. I mean, I bataranged them both, but... I must be out of handcuffs. Like, I didn't know there was a limit. Alright, where do I go next? Seems like I need to go over here, but... like... is there a ladder or something I'm overlooking, or... oh, I just definitely wasted a smoke grenade. That's not helpful. And now, here's these guys again. There's gotta be something over here. Or like, hopping on this truck, maybe? Tank? I don't know what this is. Huh. Something over here? There's a ladder. This is where I came from, though, I'm pretty sure. Yeah. I could hear him coming. I couldn't see him, but I could hear him. Used up all the handcuffs. Okay, this might be a door. I mean, it looks like a porta potty or something. Okay, I mean, this is obviously like the next part of the level seems to be this way. That didn't work. That almost worked. Can I climb up, like... no. Oh, maybe I can do this. Hold on. I mean, this seems like something I should be able to sort of sneak past, maybe? Am I too fat to squeeze through? Okay. It's not that. There's another guy out there. There he is. Can I go up here? Alright, comments. You got any ideas for me here? There's this weird truck. I wonder if I'm, like, supposed to handcuff them, and it's not letting me go by because I'm not handcuffing them. But it's also not letting me handcuff them. I really feel like this is it. Like, if I can just get past that? No? Yeah, this feature was definitely dropped in the other games. I don't see any, like, back grapple situations either. I mean, I'll look around for a second, though. Can I grapple? Can I grapple anywhere? Anybody? I mean, there'd be an icon that would have told me if I could, so... I mean, this is where I came from. Anything over here? No. Press the sneak button. Yeah, the sneak button is the triangle button when you're up against the wall. I'm pretty sure. Oh, maybe I'm supposed to like sneak behind him. Unless there's another sneak button that I'm just like... Well, there's my waste of a gas bomb. Ouch. You know what? I'm gonna let him kill me. Let's start over.
Trip to the boneyard, pal.
Yeah, send me to the boneyard. Let's start over. There should be a container on an angle. Go to where the bat box was, then press the button to sneak on the walls. That's what I figured, but let's see if maybe dying will help me. Yeah, I know I didn't find Mary or her son. I get that. Pass through the container. That's what I would have thought. Alright, I skipped that little cutscene. Not gonna handcuff that guy. No way he can follow me up a ladder. It's not letting me sneak around this corner either. Alright, handcuffed one of them. Ah, got them both. Alright. Well, that'll help me a little bit. Got a little health. Alright, so there's that weird little container over this way. Let's sneak around the wall, Batman. There we go. I wonder if I just had like a weird glitch going on with that last one. Alright, see you later, Bob the random guy.
Then, my dear, you're about $5 million short of motherhood.
Yeah. Hey, Batman.
That's me. I'm Batman. Ouch. Okay, there's a grapple thing. Let's do it. That's just Harley in a wig, what? No way.
Show yourself. You're through, Bat.
There we go. Hey, I hope everybody's watched the Poison Ivy video. Because if you haven't, what are you doing? You're missing out. It does feel like kind of bad to be beating up Commissioner Gordon's voice actor.
You think I'm...
I'm not even gonna bother handcuffing those guys. That might affect my overall score, though. I don't know. Alright, so, there's definitely a Joker swinging around. So I need batarangs. I got plenty. Where you go, Joker? Oh, wow. Okay, so he kind of disappears into the sky. Ooh. Okay, he got me. They got me pretty good there. Hey, Emmy saw the Poison Ivy video. Alright, let's back grapple over. Find those batarangs. Hold on. It's not letting me collect more. There we go. I mean, obviously I need him to hit the, there. Yeah, hit the rail, Joker. I didn't do a lot of damage to him, but the strategy was good. I hit him a few times there, that was good. Wow, I did not see him that time. Alright, back grapple. Let's get those batarangs. Or wait, that might be the health. No? There we go. Alright, batarangs, got it. Alright, I just took down half his health. That was great. Oh, and I just wasted another batarang. Yeah, I got him. I had to fire a bunch of them.
Toby or not Toby? That was the question.
That's a Shakespeare reference.
Save the boy. Aye, there's the run.
No! Batman, save him!
Let's save him, Batman. Alright, we trained for this. Free fall. We trained for this. Triangle is fast, square is slow. Yeah. There we go. Sure, I hit a bar on the way down, but it's alright. Oh, that's not Toby. That's a bomb.
Oh, Batman, you saved my little booby trap. I don't know how I could ever thank you.
Oh, we all knew it.
Why does your namesake do good, a moron? Say goodnight, Batsy.
Oh.
Careful, Harley. You'll kill him. But nothing. You're my hench wench. You catch him, I kill him. Less wench, more hench. You molly-coddling little twit. Nobody kills the bat but me. Like so.
That's a very mad love. Alright, let's fight Joker. Spin restraint rapidly shake the left analog stick. Okay. Alright, I'm shaking. I'm shaking.
Harley, a little help here, slugger.
So now we want to left when he says, you're on your own, Puddin'.
Good luck, Puddin'.
That Harley won't kill for you, can't kill without you. Daisy, Daisy, ready your ass.
I'm shaking the stick. I'm shaking the stick. Stop punching me, Joker. Alright. He's pretty good at hitting me. There's definitely a rhythm to it.
You're not helping, Harley.
No can do, Mr. J. Send me a postcard from Arkham.
Well, one more hit and I'm dead. And I'm dead. It's okay. I'll get another chance. That's true. We know Joker's not actually gonna die here. And neither is Batman. I'm gonna skip the cutscene. Alright. This time I need to block a little better.
Help here, slugger.
I'm gonna skip these cutscenes too. We've already seen them.
You're not helping, Harley.
No can do, Mr. J.
Try not to hit the six in case you haven't seen Return of the Joker. Yeah. Most of us have seen Return of the Joker. Ooh, he got me good there. There we go. Huh? There it is. I'm not even playing. It's basically a glorified cutscene. I was about to say, I was like, I don't have any health. He doesn't have any health.
A vat of chemicals?
Just like his origin story.
You're slipping, Joker.
All right, Bats. You win.
He's dead. We all know it. Maybe Harley's the girl and Joker's the one who died for her. Oh, I didn't realize we could keep playing. Okay, I need to save. Nope. Me and Harley died. Okay, let's try that again. Alright, let's save her this time, Batman. Or we could just hit all the bars. Yep, we died again. It's hard to avoid those this time. Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and skip ahead. There we go. Got her. Third time's the charm.
Murderer.
Harley.
No, leave me alone. I'm through. No more love. No more crime. No more nothing. I'm through.
You can't blame her. Rest in peace, Joker. A 5. Yeah, probably because I didn't handcuff those guys. Alright, it's fine. So I'm gonna wait for it to save. We'll watch the next cut through. Or cutscene, I'm sorry. Prometheum.
Brainchild of renowned scientist Isaac Evers, liquid promethium has been over 4 years in
Mr. Freeze.
Though originally developed for industrial applications, it wasn't long before Evers discovered the compound's medicinal qualities. Promethium represents a new hope for cryogenic research, restoring life to people frozen in
Hope is death.
Oh, that was pretty cool. That's always been a pretty awesome design for Mr. Freeze. Hope is death.
Any news on Harley?
Still nothing. She hasn't left Funny Bones' warehouse since that night on Gotham Bridge. She's acting like the Joker's really dead.
Keep a close eye on her. There's more to this.
Wait, Batman, look at this.
What do you have?
The security system at Gotham Industrial Research. The cameras are failing in sequence, like a blackout traveling from room to room.
Gotham Industrial uses heat imaging. That's not darkness. That's cold.
Probably Mr. Freeze. Okay, we're saving. In cold blood. So that's the next level that I'm gonna save for next time. As soon as it gives me a chance, I'm gonna stop. Alright, traveling by Batplane.
What's the situation with civilians?
The facility's been almost entirely evacuated, but it looks like some security guards were flash frozen. They're sealed in blocks of ice, but they're still alive. You've got to save them.
There's a weird double voice going on there, like the electronics. Alright, so that's the start of a new level, which is where I'm gonna stop for today as well. Me and Me and Polka Dot Productions are leaving at the same time. Everyone, thanks for sticking around. I hope y'all enjoyed the stream today. I'm gonna quit the game real quick and just like I'm just making sure it has saved and everything's good. So, all right, let's see. If I were to enter game, so yeah, I get to select the level. Perfect. So yeah, I get to jump to Isaac Evers next time. That's good. All right, sweet. Let's see. I'm going to jump to back to this screen real quick. All right, everybody. So that was Batman Vengeance, the first level, A Girl to Die for the PlayStation 2. That was really fun. It definitely brought back some nostalgia for me, again, having played that for the PC, and I think I got it for the GameCube also, I forget. But I actually do have this for the Xbox as well, so I've got multiple copies of this game. But yeah, so is this a weekly thing, or am I doing streams each day? Yeah, this is ideally a weekly thing, but my schedule is so chaotic right now, I'm just going to do it when I can. So I'm generally Monday or Tuesday is a good day for me, but if it's not next week, you know, it'll be whenever it is. But I do archive these streams at the Pod Tower channel, so if you're not subscribed to the Pod Tower, that is a Watchtower Database associated channel where we archive podcasts like Tim Talk, DCAU Review, but also any of these video game streams I do. James, when he jumps in and does comics, or Maddie does timeline notes or book read-throughs or whatever. We also have the Jump on the Bat-Wagon podcast that James does with Brian, aka the Yappy Dudes. And I think the 12th Level Intellect stuff lives there as well. And me, James, and Maddie are going to come back soon on a new podcast that we're going to call the Data Buds. So that's hopefully going to launch later this year. Maybe October is like our current goal. So we're close to ready to launch that again. And that'll probably be like a twice a month podcast. But yeah, so that's kind of my streaming schedule is just going to be kind of random, but try to look out on social media, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter. I'll post on the Watchtower Database page like about an hour or so before I stream. And if you are on the Discord, I will also like ping the announcements over there so you know exactly when I'm streaming. Or make sure to subscribe to the Watchtower Database channel, because that way you'll also get a notification whenever we go live. I'm sure that's how a bunch of you saw this was happening today. So yeah, that's kind of the plan as far as these live stream goes. I'm just going to do it when I can. And if you happen to miss one and you want to rewatch it, that's on the Pod Tower channel. So I'll answer a couple more questions before I go for the day, though. Claudio asks if I've ever read the Grindel and the Shadow crossover. I have not, but I do have the Grindel Batman crossover books that I haven't read yet, but I love Matt Wagner. So I need to read that. And I also have the Batman Shadow crossover by Scott Snyder that I have not read either, but again, have a copy of that one. So those are ones I should read soon. But yeah, so what else we have? Any other comments? I know some of y'all are going to sleep. It was really interesting talking about the Joker's death, knowing that the Return of the Joker flashback is a thing. So we'll see how the game goes. If I recall correctly, there's going to be a third act reveal that the Joker's still alive. So yeah. Man, I need to read the Matt Wagner Shadow books then. Yeah, I gotta do it. I know, Emmy, you're a huge Shadow fan. So Watchtower Database stuff. We got some cool videos in the works. Like I said earlier, make sure you watch the Poison Ivy video we put out about 2 weeks ago. That is the second of our 3-part storyline finale. Our next one we've already revealed is going to be Batman and Harley Quinn Will It Canon, based off the animated movie. So you all know like how weird tonally the Batman and Harley Quinn movie is to the rest of Batman the Animated Series. It's going to be talking a lot about that, the story elements that make it canon or not, and it's going to be a really fun video because it's what can I say without giving too much away? You already know I'm going to play the villain, Dr. Manhattan Ted, who is this cosmic entity that's obsessed with canonicity, and there have been James and Maddies from across the multiverse that'll try to prove something fits with canon, and when it can't, like all the different animated Starros, for instance, then Dr. Manhattan has washed them away to the multiverse, to the white space, and that's what the Multiverse 2 video was about, kind of followed up on that. Then we have the Poison Ivy one, which is all about whether Poison Ivy is a plant or a clone, and the storyline elements running with that have kind of revealed that the Will It Canon version of James, we already know from the Batman The Adventures Continue Will It Canon that this is a computer program, and so this program enters the real world and dies in James's arms, basically. And now Dr. Manhattan has appeared in the real world, and we're about to see Dr. Manhattan, basically like, and put them in this trial scenario where we put the Batman and Harley Quinn movie on trial. And one of them, James or Maddie, I forget which one is actually does which in this scenario, but one of them's going to defend the movie and the other's going to be the offense. So, or the prosecution, right? So, yeah, that's the plot of the finale, the Will It Canon on Batman and Harley Quinn, and there's gonna be a really fun ending twist at the end that I can't say more of, but it's gonna be really cool. So yeah, look forward to that. We haven't announced a release date yet, we just said soon, but between all of us, I know James is about 30 to 40% done editing it, so it's progressing. And we shot most of these storyline elements like last October, so we're not in a hurry or rush or anything to like film more content. It's just a matter of editing it and having the special effects look as good as it needs to be. So yeah, it's gonna be a lot of fun. What else? Oh no, is everyone glitching out? I'm sorry. I don't. It's weird. It's not telling me there's dropped frames or anything. So sorry about that. I'll wrap this up kind of quickly then. Bland Man did a $4.99 question. Oh, not a question, but read Beyond the White Knight, people. That is not a question, that is a statement, and it is a valid, true statement. I love Beyond the White Knight. Issue 4 just came out. It is such an amazing series, so. Alright, I apologize if the stream is glitching out. I will do my best to try to fix that next time. Oh, only a tiny glitch. Okay, good. Just a tiny glitch. That's fine. We'll accept tiny glitches. So, yeah. See some random emojis here in the chat. Thanks for the Kirby's. The Kirby emojis. That's cool. I'm trying to think if there's anything else I need to plug or tease or anything. I've got a couple videos in the works that I've already recorded that I cannot talk about because they are a secret. All the videos we're doing after the Batman and Harley Quinn Will It Canon are a secret, but they will be coming out relatively soon, so you will see. I have said in the past that I was reading Paul Dini's Jingle Bell series, and that's still something that I intend to do this December, so I can at least tease that one. That is in the works and set for this December, for sure. I've also got a casting call video that I did on Clancy Brown, so that is another one that you can expect sometime this year. Those are the two I can say. So there is more happening for sure. I'm going to take this time to also plug my newsletter. So if you haven't subscribed, I'd love to see you there. It's tedkendrick.substack.com. You can also find a link to it at tedkendrick.com, which is my website where I have all my other creative pursuits that I do. So I put out a newsletter every like 3 or 4 months or so with updates on the stuff I'm working on, because outside the Watchtower database, I'm writing comics, I'm producing video content for like in April, I just worked on a documentary about climate change here in Western North Carolina, Eastern Tennessee. So it was a very interesting project that has nothing to do with superheroes. But if you want to learn more about that kind of stuff, that's my newsletter. Go to tedkendrick.substack.com. Yeah. Yeah, and I mean, I gave you a shout out because you put the pressure on me to do an update last time we were in this chat. So, yeah. Oh, wow. Yeah, Andrew Cazzini, you're right. No porn bots this time, huh? That's funny. That is a funny thing that didn't happen. So, good. Yay. They give me a hard time. Yeah, on multiple levels, Andrew. That's a bad joke. But yeah, so I don't want to leave. But I guess I should. I don't have much else to do. What else? Yeah, so you were talking about Batman Beyond the White Knight. Once that series is wrapped, I'd love to do a video kind of comparing like what that series borrowed from the animated series from the DCAU. I'd also like to talk about Batman Beyond Neo Year, because that's actually been a pretty cool series. I've been surprised, like, when it first, like, issue 1, I wasn't sure how I felt about it, because it kind of felt like it was straying away from familiar Batman Beyond territory, but now that I'm on, I think it's also issue 4, it's starting to, like I realize that that's a good thing, that it's kind of carving its own voice in the Batman Beyond world, because like after 50 issues of Dan Jurgens' Rebirth run that like started kind of differently because it spun out the stuff from Future's End and the New 52, and then it kind of like got back on a traditional Batman Beyond playing field. Like it brought everything kind of back to the basics. I think that this this new series is a refreshing different direction. So yeah, it's been really cool. For sure. And that's something that I definitely want to talk about when it's all done too. So I'm always down for more Batman Beyond content. Polka Dot says, Ted shall be sent back to the Black Void once the stream ends. Yes. And hopefully I'll come back next week. So you didn't even mean to tee me up for that joke. Haha, yeah. Well, yeah. So, Batman Beyond: The Adventures Continue Season 3 is the thing that's going to come out later this year. It hasn't been solicited yet, but we know from Paul Dini's website that's going to come. So once that is out, we're not going to be doing specific videos on it like we did on Season 2, but we will be talking about it on that podcast I mentioned earlier, the Data Buds. So we'll still be reading The Adventures Continue and talking about our reactions and stuff to it. I'm expecting the Batman Who Laughs to make an appearance just because he was one of the characters who got the action figure treatment. So I wouldn't be surprised to see him pop up. And I also still want like some closure to Azrael and Jason Todd and Deathstroke and Cobra, and there's some other stuff that's been mentioned. So it'd be cool to see all that again. Justice League Infinity just came out with the trade paperback. So if you haven't read that, that is a great way to read it. All 7 issues are collected now in a paperback version, so go to your local comic shop. If they don't have it, ask them to order it for you. It's a great series. It was an amazing read, like basically a new season of GLU. So it does a lot to comment on Hawkgirl, Green Lantern, and Vixen's love triangle. There's a little bit of Wonder Bat in there too, and we get to see what Amazo is up to after he left in the Return episode. And there's a little multiverse shenanigans happening in Justice League Infinity. So go buy that paperback if you haven't. It is out. You can read it. Yeah. Oh yeah, Polka Dot's expecting Killer Moth. That's right. Yeah, we'll see what happens. You know, I mean, he was in Batman Adventures. There's a panel at least where Nightwing is capturing Killer Moth, so he is in the DCAU. And I included Charaxus actually in the next issue of Legacies that is being drawn by Marcelo Milicae right now. So there is a little bit of a Charaxus Killer Moth nod in the next issue of Legacies. Andrew Cazzini says, Batman Beyond is one of those properties that I obviously love, but I'm super picky about. It seems few outside the original creators have ever replicated the magic of the show. That said, he'd love to take a stab at it. Yeah, I mean, it's such a cool like variation on Batman. It's one of my favorite potential Batman futures for sure. So I am really enjoying how Beyond the White Knight is taking it in a slightly different direction, because it still feels like Batman Beyond, but it's like a totally different origin and like a new take on the character. It's also like, instead of being 40 years in the future, it's only like 15 since the events of Curse of the White Knight, maybe not even that much. So it's a a lot of the characters are still like fairly young. Like Bruce is probably in his maybe late 50s, early 60s at this point, and like Dick Grayson is still not old. He's a bit more of a younger adult. It's probably in his 40s. And Harley is like a young mother. So it's like, even though we have Derek Powers and Terry McGinnis and stuff, a lot of the main core Bat characters are still relatively young and Beyond the White Knight, and I find that kind of interesting. But yeah, I'm just rambling at this point. I should probably go. So everybody, thanks for sticking around and hanging out and whatnot. Like I said, the Pod Tower, subscribe there. My newsletter, techhendrick.substack.com. Be on the lookout for part 2 of Batman Vengeance. I will let you know on social media when it happens. So everybody, take it easy. Blight is coming, and Beyond the White Knight, he is coming. All right, I will see y'all later. Have a good night.
Engagement.
They can talk all they like.
That means everything.
Don't forget that.
You heard it, folks!